Okay, we're showing pictures. Okay, here's why you want these. Yes. I know you love sunflowers, but sunflowers can be kind of a pain. First of all, they take forever to bloom, and then they drop seeds everywhere. And when they drop seeds, they're expending energy, which means there's not as many blooms. Sometimes you just get the one big flower. This particular one is brand new, debuting today on Garden Party from Cottage Farms. It's also a one-day only price. That means, just like a today's special value, the price goes away at the end of the day, but in this case, the price will not be back for at least 6 months. Garden season's long over by then. So this is the only, I'm just going to say, this is the only day you're going to get this price for this season. It's less than $20. Now, Philip, you told me these grow more like a shrub.
They do. They're very well branched, and I had a fit when I saw them. We saw them last summer, and they were so well behaved because I've always loved sunflowers, and kids do. They just do. But they're all tall and gangly, and then they often fall over, and the leaves are ugly. These have beautiful leaves, lots and lots of flowers. You'll have over 100 flowers on one plant this summer.
Wow.
And they don't waste any energy on the seeds. You've got lots and lots of blooms on here. These are quite shrub-like, and they just absolutely add that pop of sunshine and that happy.
Now, Philip, these are an annual. Is that going to be for everybody an annual?
That's correct.
Okay, so they're going to get as big as they're going to get this summer, like the sun patience. They get big, they get full size. You're going to enjoy them all summer long. So get as many as you want. I hope we have these next year. I don't know if we will. We also have auto delivery. So if you want to be sure and get yours next year, you're guaranteed to with the auto delivery. I don't know that anyone else will.
Yeah, exactly. And I love this. It's brand new, and we always bring the new things to you, Carolyn, because you're a true gardener, though. But we all love the sunflowers. Children love the sunflowers. This is manageable. Also, a child's attention span, in case you hadn't noticed, is about this long. So what we did, we shortened the plant and made it bloom sooner and longer. The plant itself only gets 3 to 4 feet tall, 2 to 3 feet wide, quite manageable, gorgeous in a container, covered with blooms, none of the ugly leaves, none of the messy seeds. It's not going to fall over. It's not going to break off in a storm. They're spectacular in pots at the back of the border, or as we talked about with our butterfly bush it was on earlier, with a lamppost coming out of the center of it.
Oh, I love it. How about along a white picket fence?
Well, look.
I want these.
Look at these back here, because I love the sunflowers, and against a white picket fence, or I've got a white stucco house, and I have these. You can sit them up, you can sit them down, they can be in a bed at 3 to 4 feet tall. You can mix them in with your daylilies.
These are so great. I didn't even know sunflowers came in this size.
But look how branched they are. They're really, really well branched plants. This is what they do, and they'll be covered with blooms, non-stop flowers.
Okay.
The regular sunflowers, they'll have one big flower, it'll fall over.
Right, and then that's it.
It's like game over, and you know, well, that was fun. I want something beautiful all the time.
I remember driving down the road, and a lot of farmers plant sunflowers around the border of cornfields.
Yes.
But then it's like you drive down one week and all these pretty flowers are there. The next week they're all dead.
But that's the way it works.
They don't last very long and they all tip over, but not these.
Not these, and I just love the bright yellow. It's like all of this sunshine in your garden to brighten things. When Doug and I first saw these, he and I both, and we don't agree on everything.
Or anything.
Well, no, we agree on a lot of things, but this was one of those winners. We thought we have absolutely got to have this because it's a complete photo op.
Yeah.
It's an opportunity to have bright sunshine in your garden and also a source of cut flowers to bring inside and put in. Again, put it in the middle of a circular bed and in a container. Nothing could be more beautiful. Look at this. I saw this. That's what it does in a container.
In one summer.
And against a rail fence like that, it's like, okay, you know, it's okay to be in the country. Bring a little bit of that country living into the city. The more sun you give this, the better it's going to bloom. It's just not going to quit on you all summer long. If you love our sun patience, this is a whole different kind of thing right here.
There's Doug.
And I love this picture. Doug was so pleased with this because he told me there's a bench on the other side of there, and he was sitting on the bench, and everybody kept coming up to take pictures of this, of all the things in the garden. And that was at Colorado State University.
Okay, there's 2,000 gone.
Just fabulous.
This is our only quantity of the season. This is it. There's no more coming in for 2018.
Oh.
If you get the auto delivery, you're guaranteed another shipment in 2019. But other than that, I don't know if we'll have them next year. So get the auto delivery, and again, it's $19.98. You'll get that one-day only value price on next year's shipment as well. But this is it, you guys, and aren't these great? Brand new today.
And honey, look how they come out to you. You're thinking, well, how long is it going to take?
Yeah, it's not like a little seed.
It's as I showed you earlier, it's really well rooted already. It's already extremely branched already. It's going to come out. This will start blooming 2 to 3 weeks after you put it in the ground or in a container, and it will bloom all the summer long, all the way till frost. No resting, no wasting of time, producing seeds, and also the leaves stay nice.
Yeah.
And to me, it's really important to have good looking foliage.
Of course.
You don't have to spray it for anything. These will just go on and be gorgeous.
They also can take some high heat, right?
Oh, child, they'll take the heat. That's why they call sunflowers.
Yeah.
They love being in the sun. And when I grew up in Mississippi, we had a farm, and guess what the name of our farm was?
Sunflower farm?
It was just sunflower.
Oh,
We just called
I love
it. And I say, Granddad would say to me, "You want to go to sunflower with me today, Phil?" That's what he called him, Phil. And
Little
so
Phil.
And no, he called me Phil. That's somebody else. Anyway.
Well, that's so sweet, though.
It's part of my childhood. But this is a different version of the sunflowers, that we had when I was growing up, and it's smaller ones. And you can remember the stories of your grandparents. And I've been telling stories like that all day.
I love that you think of your granddad when you see these flowers.
I adored my grandfather, and I would spend every Saturday with him. We would go to the farm, and he would pay everybody at the farm, and I'd be up in the barn trying to catch pigeons. But they had the vegetable garden, and like what you talked about, they would have regular sunflowers around the edge of the vegetable garden because they wanted things to cut and all things like that. But this is great for city livers who have not got a lot of room, but you want something old-fashioned and nostalgic that blooms better.
Well, these are very popular.
I love them.
Let's say hi to Stephanie, who's calling from Georgia. Hi, Stephanie.
Hi, Carolyn. How are you? Hi, Philip.
I'm great.
Hey,
How
Stephanie.
are you? It's nice to have you on the show.
Oh, it's wonderful to be on the show. And happy Mardi Gras, Philip. I'm from Louisiana originally.
Honey, this is just killing me not to be on Bourbon Street. Just killing me.
No, I think about it every year.
But I'm up here insteed of being in jail, so it's probably a good thing.
I should have brought you some beads.
It does have its benefits, doesn't it?
Yes, indeed. Well, happy Mardi Gras. Did you pick up these sunflowers?
I sure did. I am so tired of trying to get those seed ones to grow.
It's just, the thing is, you wait all season and you're not sure if they're going to do anything or not. And by the time you realize they're not going to do anything, the season's over.
I know. I might get one bloom and it falls over.
Oh, man.
That's what they do. Well, these will not. And I tell you what, is I want to show you, see how pretty they are in the pictures, but what I'm shipping out to you, Stephanie, you can see if you've grown them from seed before, they send up one stalk. This is really, really well branched. And that's what they do. They send branches out all over. You don't have to stake them. They don't fall over. They're not a mess. I'm kind of a mess. I don't want my garden to be a mess.
Oh, Stephanie, these are going to look so beautiful in your yard.
Oh, I love them. They just bring a smile to your face.
Yes, they do. And these are kind of like a cross between, not really, I'm just making this up, but they look like a cross between a really pretty daisy and a black-eyed Susan.
Yep, it's got that look.
That's what I was thinking when I saw them, Carolyn.
Yeah, but they're bigger.
The blooms are a lot denser than a black-eyed Susan,
right?
And that's what they call.
And more
that's what
petals.
they call substance. More petals, and really great for cutting and bringing in. And also, we've got a specific growing guide that tells you all about these. So keep this handy in case you got any questions. Of course, you can always contact us.
Yes.
Oh, I will.
But these will be easy.
And I have so many of your flowers. I've got spiderworts and all of your Japanese iris.
Oh, I love those.
Oh,
good deal. Well, listen, I've got Louisiana iris in honor of you, and I love them.
I love my irises.
Oh, Stephanie, thank you, honey, for calling and being on the show, and we'll get these out to you when it's the right time for you to plant them, okay?
Okay, dear. And thank you. And Philip, I'm so glad you're super healthy, bud. You keep it up.
Yes.
Thank you, Stephanie. I tell you what, I'm glad to still be on God's green earth and still gardening. Thank you.
Yep. Put
Thank
that
you.
foot on the ground every day, bud.
That's right.
Oh, thank you, Stephanie.
All right.
Take care,
Love
sweetheart.
y'all.
Bye-bye.
That's nice.
So here's what's happening. Over 4,000 of these ordered. The auto delivery is very popular because these are an annual, so these are not going to rebloom, come back next year. So these are going to be the big bang this year, this summer. They're going to get that big. And if you want them again next year, get the auto delivery because they're guaranteed at the same price.
Precisely, and these are non-stop bloomers. They're not like your old-fashioned sunflowers that bloom the one time and make all the seeds and then they fall over. And then most people don't have a big enough garden to support that scale plant anyway. It's like Jack and the Beanstalk.
Yeah.
These are ideal for growing in containers in the border. If you've just got a small terrace garden and you want big spots of sunshine, they're great. Mix them in with, say, we've got lantana there, we've got salvias there. You can certainly mix these in with your sun patience for a really pizzazzy looking garden.
So now about 5,000 ordered. There's
Just
a lot
gorgeous.
of people on the phone. Guys, this is a one-day only price that goes away at the end of the day. If there are any of these left at the end of the day, the price will go up. But as these sell out, they will not be back this year. This is our only quantity of the season. So please grab them while you can. This is a debut. If you're just tuning in, we've never shown this variety of sunflower before. They're called Endless Blooms Sunfinity. I like that.
Sunfinity because they absolutely, and that's a play on infinity because I'm telling you what, it's like infinite amount of flowers. But I want to show you how dense the plant is. Look at this. You know, a regular sunflower, it's all leggy. You got one stem, one big bloom on the end of it. This is nothing but lots of branches, lots of blooms, lots of buds, good looking foliage. And look at this. It's not leggy. Look, you've got foliage all the way down, none of that legginess. A very tidy plant that will absolutely rock your garden.
Now, Philip, if I'm going to plant this in a pot, should I use this size pot right here or something bigger?
Well, you can put it in a whiskey barrel size and it'll completely fill it up. Then if you wanted to plant some things to spill over, you know, I often do that too. But this will fill it up. If you've got a round circular bed, this can be the centerpiece of your circular bed. And in one of the trials we went to, they did have it at the center. And they had other things that fanned out. The sun patience won't be quite as tall. You could have this in the middle of an island of sun patience as the sun.
How pretty.
Talk about a real sundial.
I know. That's a great idea. So if I was going to put these in a pot to spill, have other things spill over, what would you put underneath? Is that like a mini roses or?
No, I would put something like alyssum in there that would spill over. You can even do sun patience as a skirt around it. And what I've also done too is I've done beds with blue salvia all the way around
I love
it.
yellow and blue.
And the yellow and blue is just, it's a classic look together. So mix it up. You don't have to get it from us. But you want to have something that's really special. Everything doesn't have to be special, but you need those signature pieces.
I love it. Well, 5,500 now ordered. $19.98 is a one-day only price. This offer expires at the end of the day. We will not have any more of these coming in this season once these sell out. So please get as many as you want. These are annuals. These are going to give their whole bang in one season. So you're going to get them this big, just like the pictures you're seeing. You don't have to wait around for them to get that big. You're going to get tons and tons of blooms. This is a shrub-like sunflower. It's not just one big tall stem with a flower on the end.
Precisely.
And no seeds, right, Philip?
Correct. It doesn't waste any energy on seed production, all bloom production. And if you want to know when these annuals are going to be arriving at your doorstep, take a look at our zone map, pick your area of the country out, off to the right-hand side of your box, or the dates when the plants will ship. The sunflowers will actually ship a couple of weeks later because they're considered tender plants. And if you've never gardened before, or if you're just a little bit nervous about ordering plants off of TV, here we go. The best guarantee in the business. Cottage Farms